thank you and greetings to all the audience. It's really a delight to be in the midst of young people because that is the primary connect I miss. During service career, but also now after it is over. Because you are the bridge between the modern times and our mindset, which is extremely important. Kalyani is my third book. Kalyani was it's probably the world's biggest health campaign, which was in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, run on Doordarshan's network, all stations in Indian regional languages. And it ran for over 10 years. So it was credited as one of the top 15 global innovations by WHO because it was not just a television program. It was a program which had, say, Air Force, air cover of television, but it had on the ground troops. That came from my learning of a similar work in All India Radio. And I would say that Paulo Coelho, what he says, when you really love something, when you want something to happen, universe makes it happen. So in the midst of my marketing jobs, when I got this opportunity, it happened. And it was the culmination of all my experience on All India Radio. And why Kalyani became important, that it got Malaria Foundation of GIRDS Malaria Award, it got UN Awards, HIV/AIDS Award, it got UNFPA Award, and it got the Social Rose d'Or, which is the social Oscar from Switzerland. So nomination for that, and more. Because till the end, we had 82,000 volunteers who were walking the talk of what was being said on Kalyani. The most important thing is when the Green Revolution happened in India, in 60s, there was East Godavari district, those who know, one strain of rice was named as radio rice because it was popularized by radio, but that was 1960s. Doordarshan lost its audience and ground, which is quite diminished now because of satellite channels, commercialization, entertainment, and what have you. So in the first decade of this millennium, if a program on Doordarshan, when I think many of you don't even know what is Doordarshan and how many channels it has, if a program on Doordarshan is so effective, that people in Madhya Pradesh, they renamed their village as Kalyani Gram. When the newborn daughters are named as Kalyani Bitiya. When a malaria tablet is being asked from the doctors as Kalyani Goli de dijiye. I think it is worth many, many rewards and the culmination of my career. Some such stories are in this book, which I edited. Incidentally, it's my third book. Earlier one was poetry collection and by Hindi Academy Delhi, and the second. But this book was published by National Book Trust, and out of many hundred stories, I was able to sift 100 stories of real life change that has happened in the country in between 2004-5, you can say, till 2010-11, when television competition is fiercest to grab the eyeballs. And incidentally, Kalyani was a hugely commercial success as well. In Doordarshan, what is the highest selling commodity? Because you people are finance, I am not a finance person. I'm nothing to do with finance except that I'm marketing to Doordarshan. I'm a science student. I was a science student. That in Doordarshan, the highest TRP, the highest FCT is for news, spot by rate, for regional news. But there was a queue of commercial for Kalyani advertisement. So it was a hugely successful commercial venture. So it therefore demolishes that social communication, development communication cannot be financially viable. It is fully sustainable. It marries economics. It can be sustainable, and it marries public good. It's how innovative you are, how you approach the subject. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
We now request Mithila ma'am to please start with the panel discussion on Accelerate Action, Empowering Women for Leadership.
Thank you, Saurav. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to discuss on a topic that has not just remained an aspiration, but has become a necessity in the society, in the country and the world at large. Empowering women through leadership. When I talk about this particular aspect, I also think that it has been a long time when women have been underrepresented in leadership roles. Even if they have the capabilities, still they couldn't come forward. Empowerment is not just rising to power, but also creating an environment where women get a chance to thrive and to inspire. Today, as we sit here, let's strive to create an environment where women also get equal opportunities and stand at the same foot with all the counterparts in the country. Let's explore strategies, mindsets, and actions, and think and talk about how can we create leadership through empowerment for women. So before I start, I would like to welcome all the esteemed panelists who themselves are exemplary examples of women leadership and are doing exceptionally well in their fields. So welcome all of you. My first question is for our esteemed panelist, Ms. Usha Bhasin. I would like to know from you, ma'am, that you are having 40 years of experience in public service, which also includes women empowerment. How do you think empowerment has led to creation of women leaders, and how is this fostering a progressive change in our society?
Thank you, Mithila ji. In response to this, I'll just share a little story. It's all about stories, I think. When I was first posted to All India Radio after my BSc selection, I was young, 21 years old, and I learned what I learned on the job. There was no media schools, we didn't go to media schools. I was a rank holder, a master's in botany, biosciences, and specialization in genetics, which has nothing to do with media. But anyway, it's a long story. So I learned that during one particular village, during one of my travels, there is a serious issue of alcoholism in the village, and women are suffering very much. So I visited that village. Another story, how to get into their hearts and how to get the stories out. But briefly, so I said, they thought I am a state government officer coming out to dole out some funds and something. Anyway,